Testing, 1, 2. Okay, there we go. And let's go ahead and turn that up. Woo! Boy, look at that. Mm-mm-mm. All right, let's get over here to the scan for today. So on the scan, we have leading the day in volume, OP. Second on the list is YHC. Third on the list is SQFT. We have a 100% mover down here at the bottom with no news on today. The one with news on today is YHC. Looks like it's an SEC filing, but no press release. Let me go over here and make sure that all these screens are correct. So let's jump over to the main. Here's the disclaimer. Okay. Boy, Bitcoin all the way up to 121. I think all of my crypto might be green. I think so, except for one of them, a couple of them. Okay, so let's see. Let's kill that over here, and we will make sure my right, is this on the right one? Okay, yep. All right. So let's look through these three. OP, which does not have any catalyst. Went up, got a little shoot up at from 176 up here to 379. It has sunk back into the ground. Get my notes out. Okay. Speaking of notes, I do need to get those notes out. Let me go to File Explorer Notes. Okay. All right. So that's OP. Let's go to YHC. Did two throws up there. So we went 1 to 534 and then 1 to 534 again. It failed both times pretty big. 8 million shares traded on that. Let's go to SQFT. Okay, SQFT. This is another one with no news though. Came up here to 1756, down to 6. Wow, hold up, 1756 in aftermarket, or is this pre-market? This is pre-market. 3 o'clock this morning it was moving. 1756 all the way down to $6, back up to 11. Don't really know what's going on there. Let's go and see what's up with these stocks here. So we'll pop back over to the scanner. These are our top 3. Let's go ahead and see their floats. So OP has a float of 1.46. YHC has a float of 1.06. Square, or whatever this is, SQFT, Presidio Property Trust, has a float of under 1 million. Okay. So let's go over here to their overview. And we'll start with OP. OP says Q1 earnings unconfirmed for 11 days from now, July 25th, before market open. Let's go down to here. Okay, Ocean Pile Inc. is a provider of shipping transportation services. It specializes in ownership of vessels. Each of its vessels is owned through a separate, wholly owned subsidiary. The company includes dry bulk segment and tanker shipment. Majority of its revenue is dry bulk segment. Okay, YHC. is LQR House intends to become a full-service digital marketing and brand development face of the alcoholic beverage space. It also intends to integrate the supply, sales, and marketing facets of alcoholic beverage space into one easy-to-use platform and become a one-stop shop for everything related to alcohol. The company's primary business includes the development of premium limited batch spirit brands, establishing an exclusive wine club, and marketing internal external brands through an exclusive agreement with the United States-based e-commerce portal. It believes that the marketing and brand management services it provides to its wholly owned and third-party clients will increase brand recognition and drive sales thereof through its e-commerce platform partner. Okay, on to SQFT. Presidio Property Trust Inc. is an internally managed, diversified REIT with holdings in model home properties, which are triple net leased to home builders, office, industrial, and retail properties. Presidio's model homes are leased to home builders located in Arizona, Illinois, Texas, Wisconsin, and Florida. The office, industrial, and retail properties are located in Colorado, with properties also located in Maryland, North Dakota, Texas, and South Carolina. Okay, so we got a real estate trust. We have a alcohol beverage company, and then we have a dry bulk shipping company. All right, so let's see where these are. Let's look there. Okay, big banks tried to put Trump's tariffs in the rearview mirror. Okay. All right, so let's start with OP. Ocean Pal. See if we can see exactly where it's located. Good morning, good morning. You're still in Italy. Mike D still in Italy. Oh my goodness. You visiting family, or you out there on your John Wick? Ocean Pal provides ocean going, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so Ocean Pal is out of Athens, Greece. Let me go ahead and put that over there. OP. And then what was the other one? YC. And then SQFT. Okay. Let's jump back over here. Good morning, Donnell. You have to decide whether or not you should get 200 shares of Tesla. Did some news come out on Tesla again? I'll have to go check into that. So one of the movers that we saw from last week that went absolutely insane was INKT. We saw it during pre-market. I got a little trade in pre-market, but man, I didn't even I turned my charts off. I was like, yeah, I'm good. I don't even want to see this. Because the catalyst that it had and everything, I was like, that's gonna be bad to watch. So it went from 20 up here to 76. That's and then, well, in just the first move itself, it went from 20 up to 58. And we just got another one that popped on, BTCM. It's only up 37% though. BTCM. BTCM just popped in there, 38%. So it's still got a lot of work to do. It's leading in volume though. It's got more volume than some of these. And it has, let's see what this news is on today. Bit mining Q1 earnings unconfirmed for 11 days on Friday, July 25th, after market close. All right. Jump back over to home. Wife wanted to travel. Dope. Hey, well, when you're sitting on all that cash, you got to get it moving sometimes, huh? Man. OP. This one keeps on going. BTCM. Okay, so it rose up. Let's go back to the 15 minutes here. All right, so BTCM, we saw this one on, what day was this? The 10th. Came all the way back down from 11 bucks down to $3 and now around $5 on BTCM. Earnings look like they're on the horizon for it. Let's see. YHC 15-minute looks kind of nasty. I need to put notes so I don't forget what we actually saw. So one, OP is a dry bulk shipping. And I think, let's see, it's got earnings coming up July 5th. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that note. Bam. So we'll say dry bulk shipping out of Greece. This is a Greece company. Shipping. Boy, that's ugly. Shipping, gotta spell right. This is out of Athens, Greece. And what else did we see on that one? Athens, Greece. It was incorporated in 2021. And has earnings coming up on July 25th, 2025. July 25th, 2025 earnings. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's go ahead and, whoa, that's still wrong. Earnings, July 20. I'll say approximately, because sometimes they don't actually come out on the day. I'll say approximate. Okay, so I put that out there. So I got my note out there. I might move this up some so I can actually see it. Activate. Okay. All right, so that's OP. Let's go to BTCM. Also has earnings coming up. So today's news that it has, it completed a acquisition. So BIT Mining completes second phase acquisition in Ethiopia. More cryptocurrency, a leading technology-driven cryptocurrency asset company today announced the completion of second phase of its previously announced acquisition of crypto mining data centers and Bitcoin mining machines in Ethiopia. Okay. So let's go ahead and make that note. So first of all, it's crypto mining. And put phase 2 of acquisition in Ethiopia. So let's see where this one's located. So BTCM. BTCM is out of Akron, Ohio. Okay, so crypto mining based out of Akron. Akron, I said Akron, Ohio. Okay, looks like its main service is in mainland China. So I'll add that main services to mainland China, main services, mainland China. And that's pretty much, and it was incorporated in 2001 or founded. Okay, bang, bang. All right, so we got that note out there. Next one is that YHC. All right, YHC, the news. Well, it had a SEC filing today. That's what it was. Okay, let's go see what this idea is on this one. YHC. This was the alcohol company. All right, so digital marketing, alcoholic beverage, all that good stuff out of Miami Beach, Florida. So go ahead and add that note here. All right, so it is LQR digital marketing, and brand development for alcoholic beverage business. Okay, and then we want to put in, actually, let me skip a line because that's kind of long. For alcohol. There we go. Okay. Business. And founded and incorporated 2021. And we already got Miami Beach, Florida. Okay. Okay. Cool. So we got that in there. Next one was SQFT. SQFT. Woo. Okay, SQFT. Up there for some reason. Lower volume than everything else, but going back up to those highs around 1760. Does not have catalyst on the day, so let's go look at what this is. SQFT. This was the property, the realty company. REIT. Okay, out of Southern California. Or no, not out of Southern California. I don't see a origin here. San Diego, California. Okay, there it is. So let's go ahead and mark that up. So we got a REIT. Still waiting on my part to come in so I can repair this freaking keyboard. I keep typing on my main keyboard and nothing's happening. Then I look up and I'm like, oh, let me stop looking at the keyboard and type. REIT that we don't know the incorporation date. We know that it has home properties pretty much across the United States, the southern part of the United States, or northern, I don't know, Midwest type place, and way over on the east, and some in the south. Okay, I'm just gonna put across the United States. REITs, properties across the United States, across U.S. Let's go over here to no day one news catalyst, just up. Okay. Catalyst. All right. Let me go ahead and notate the floats and all this so I don't have to, so I just see it on the chart when if I look back at it in the future. It's up 232%. The float is looking like under a million here, like 977.55K or something like that. So I'm gonna say float is under a million. Under 1 mil. All right. So let's flip back through what we got here. And I'll also notate the float. So the other things, BTCM will be the next one to update that float on there. Debate. Float. Float is 13.05 million on BTCM. Okay. YHC has a float of 1. I probably shouldn't have put spaces in there. Delete those. All right. And then float of 1 million, just about. $0.06. Okay, and then is there any other ones? OP. OP had a float of 1.46 million. $0.06 mil. Okay. Got all my notes and all of that good stuff. All right. SQFT making its way up slowly. I don't see much volume on INKT, the mover from Friday. Very, very large move, but today it seems that a new one has popped out that's a little bit higher price, which is SQFT, but it's getting pushed down. It's already down $4 from where we just saw it. Okay. And then OP is leading the day with 20 million shares. I must have seen this at some point in the past. I think I did, because there's already resistance levels that I did not put out there. This one came from 6/16/2025. This one came from 6/21/2025. So looks like it touched both of those, whatever those were. I just left them out there. But looking like it's headed back towards $2. YHC. Just large topping tails. BTCM. These are the 15 minutes. And now let's go ahead and jump over to this daily chart too. All right, so on the daily chart, we'll start from the top volume and move our way down. So starting on OP, we can see that there was something back here. And it actually hit the top up here of 3, around this 3 level, but came back down. If we back up a little bit, we really can't. I need to back up a lot a bit. Okay, so yeah, it stopped around the 381. So right above this level and came back under it. And now it's all the way back down to almost $2. So don't know how that one's going to recover. It's kind of on the cheaper side, so it's going to be harder to pick up. Let's go to YHC. Well, first of all, well, no, there's no real obvious things over here. So let's jump over to YHC, and then we'll jump. Once we go through these, we'll go through the 15-minute. All right, YHC daily chart. There's that note I just put in there. This was the alcoholic beverage marketing company. Okay. So it is up to $4, $4.24, but this chart kind of looks spooky. High was 8 something down here, but I mean, it's done pops like this before and just went back flat. So I'll be very careful on that daily charting. I don't know if I could cause any obvious levels on this one. Just looking back at the chart, 388, but it's way up at 4 something. So it's way up here. So it's no real obvious thing except for back to 382s, like right up in here. Maybe the body of this candle could be a point. We'll look back and let me change this to daily, maybe possible daily level. Daily level. Keep forgetting possible daily level. July 14th. It's the date of today. Copy and paste that. Okay. All right, so possible daily level. Let's back up and see where that crosses. Looks like there was something up here at the 560s, but it's got a whole lot of resistance in front of that gap. So I don't know. Daily level, it has bounced around this 380 6 a couple of times. I don't know what it's going to do from there. Let's go ahead and go to BTCM. BTCM, crazy looking chart here. So it looks like on the 10th and the 11th it was coming down, and now today it's back at 529, but still in a very harsh downtrend, only up 33% today. Okay, so if we back up, do we see any let me back up some more. Do we see any levels that could be held other than that? It's got this big gap though. That could be an issue. Top of this gap is 626. Bottom of this gap is like right at $5. But this one is a phase. It's in the phase 2. Let me edit that. Phase 2 of acquisition of Bitcoin mining facilities in Ethiopia. Okay, so now I updated that. Okay, and then the last one is the SQFT. The only ones with day one catalyst on today is BTCM. Everything else is just SEC filings. So let me update that on today. We got, this is the only one crypto mining has day one press release. Everything else has SEC filings. All right, and let's jump back over to YHC. Possible daily level 3.86. Okay. So these four are looking like the four that I'm seeing on the scans right now. Still there. OP leading with 20 million shares traded, and then under that YHC with 11 million, and then 9, and then 8. All right, so let's jump back over here. OP coming down to this, I guess this, it says lower gap re-entry. So I'm guessing that's what that is, sometime back there on 621 that it's bouncing on. YHC milling around in BTCM. All right, so now we're over to the 15 minutes. We're trying to look for obvious levels on the 15 minute. So 15 has already showed us that it stopped at these previous levels that I had marked up. Didn't really respect this 310 too much. Kind of slammed through it the first time and then just got through it pretty quickly the second time. YHC Had a high up here of 493. Slam from that. 15-minute could be a possible at right under the fives, right around the $5. But I'm not sure about that. It will need to start forming some type of uptrend. Right now, it's kind of just a little U shape here. I don't know how that's gonna go. BTCM on the 15-minute came up here and made highs multiple times, or made resistance levels right here under the $6. Crypto mining phase 2, but not leading the day in volume. So volume has dried up on that one. Okay, and then SQFT, 15-minute, looking very steep. Let's go down to the 5-minute. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5-minute on YHC and 5-minute on OP. Okay, let's go to the 1-minute. OP. Just lower highs, looks like. This one looks like has a bottom here of 215. Well, I say bottom, it has a low here of 215. Could crash that out, only 10 cents away. So that's a little bit too easy for the shorts to, too easy for the shorts to get down there. I don't know why I just saw like a streak all the way down to the floor. This one's right at 426. BTCM chopping around this bottom of the 5, only 25 cents away from breaking that down. So yeah, interesting day to start the week. Another thing I was looking at this morning was TradingView. Look at this beautiful Bitcoin chart. Wow. Broke out 2,000 or 10, 100,000, 10 finally got going up to 121. And boy, a lot of things are green right now. A lot of things are green right now that I bought very low, and they are doing well, doing good, doing great. These aren't, I think, I don't know if I updated this list. I don't think this is all my crypto, but this is a lot of them. I got pieces of all of this. I was talking to Mike D. I was like, yeah, I'm out here spreading the butter. I'm gonna give me a little bit of everything and see what rides. Now, I will say I don't do meme stocks. I like to look at the projects and kind of determine, do they have are they actually performing some function that could help people, that could in the future be something that, can grow, instead of just being something that's like, once a year or maybe once every 10 years, it blows up like GameStop. And you just got to catch that ride. I just don't like those types. Not to have my money in long term, but all of these I bought a little bit and just letting it ride, letting it sit there. And Bitcoin breaking out is definitely helping out the overall crypto universe. So not mad at that at all. Let me go see if any Fed talks are happening today. Today is the 14th. I'm gonna jump out here. Don't have any speakers, but tomorrow we have Vice Chair for Supervision Bowman at the Federal Reserve Board's second annual financial inclusion conference. That's via pre-recorded video. I don't know how hot that's gonna be. And then we got Governor S. Barr, um, expanding financial inclusion. Okay, I don't know if that's pre-recorded, but something's happening there. And another Barr financial regulations, a view of housing market and the U.S. Economic outlook by Kugler, Cook, artificial intelligence and innovation. So more AI news may populate at some time this week, because that's going to be a little hot topic. Let's see, and that's going to be on. This talk is going to be on Thursday, this Thursday, and not really seeing anything else. All right, let's pop back over to Yahoo and look at the front page again. Yahoo: EU scrambles to avert Trump's new 30% tariff. Trump announced a 30% tariff on key U.S. trading partners, the EU and Mexico, as of August 1st. So that is in a couple days. They got time though. China emerges from trade chaos with record exports. Silver extends surge to almost a 14-year high. Bitcoin soars to 120,000 for the first time. Tesla shareholders to vote on investing in XAI. Inflation data, big bank earnings. What to watch this week? Trump's tariff salvos prompt EU to pursue broader trade ties. Morgan Stanley says tax bill earnings to boost U.S. mega caps. Let's see, anything, Bitcoin price. Okay, so pretty much seeing everything. Tesla stock needs Elon Musk magic, expert says. Okay, so let's go look at Tesla. I know Mike D mentioned Tesla earlier. Let's go look at Tesla. This can't be right. Okay, I was about to say 14 bucks. That can't be right. All right, so let's jump out to the 15-minute. And it said Tesla needs some of Elon's magic. Dropped from 312 down here to a low of 289 and then back up. So took it a couple of days to recover this gap down. But it's right back up to around this 319 level. Let's go over to the daily chart. Daily chart. Okay, so we're in this range. It's been trading this range 415 down to like the 200s. It's sitting right in the middle of the range right now, right around this 313.51. So we're right in the mid range. And it's opening up at 317. So not exactly leaving this range, it's kind of just playing in the middle. I don't know exactly what news. Let me look at Benzene and see what news is over here for it. Tesla, TSL, TSL. Okay, Q2 earnings confirmed for in 9 days. So on Wednesday, July 23rd, in the aftermarket close, Tesla will do its earnings report. Let's go to press releases. Press releases. What is happening here? Saturday, July 12th, Paul Morant's law firm investigates claims on behalf of investors of Tesla. It's investigating claims on behalf of investors of Tesla. Such investors are advised to contact Danielle Payton, whatever. The investigation concerns whether Tesla and certain of its officers and or directors have engaged in securities fraud or other unlawful business practices. On June 22nd, 2025, Tesla debuted its robo-taxi service with a highly publicized launch event in Austin, Texas. Then on June 23rd, 2025, Bloomberg reported that the U.S. National Highway Traffic and Safety Administration had contacted Tesla after numerous videos posted online appeared to show Tesla robo-taxis driving erratically and violating traffic laws. Okay, so Okay, it's Pomerantz LLP with offices in New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, London, Paris, and Tel Aviv. Is acknowledged as one of the premier firms in the area's corporate securities and antitrust class litigation, founded by the late Abraham L. Pomerantz, known as the Dean of the Class Action Bar. All right. So that's a lot of legal jargon, but they are under investigation right now. We'll see what happens. It's funny, all these connections are being made. So like Tesla or Elon made the threat that he was going to form his own party, right? Then all of a sudden, during this robo taxi, whatever, they were showing that the cars wasn't stopping. They were bumping things. They were running into different things, and people definitely felt unsafe. It was it was supposed to be a private event, but I mean, how private can you get? You're still on public, where the public can see you and record. So, but yeah, definitely not the best thing during this time for Tesla. So we'll see how that ends up reacting. Mike D, I don't know if you're putting puts down on that. Let me go look at what you put. You said you were putting on Tesla. Should get 200 shares of Tesla. I don't know if you're going long or short on that for those 200 shares you're trying to get. But anyway, definitely some spice in the water there. OP ended up going on down to that 225, under 225, heading on down with the volume drying up. YHC still kind of sitting in no man's land as well. Bitcoin mining going on, or BIT mining, not Bitcoin mining. And then SQFT, all of these slowing down in their volumes. Okay. Anyway, what are you guys interested in this morning? I went over these four primarily and kind of deep dug into them. They were the only ones on the chart or on the scan during pre-market. So the news titles: we got a dry bulk shipping company out of Athens, Greece, that was founded in 2021 with earnings coming up on July 25th for OP. We have YHC, digital marketing and branding business for alcoholic beverage business, incorporated in 2021, out of Miami Beach, Florida. Float of 1.06. Did I say the float of 1.06 on OP is float of 1.46 on OP. I mean, it's close, but still, I'm gonna make the distinction because why not, right? 1.46 on that one on OP, and then on YHC, that's the 1.06. Okay. BTCM, it's the only one with a day one press release today, but seems to be going through a phase 2 acquisition, and not too many people are super keen on acquisitions, only up 30%. SQFT, no day one catalyst. It's a REIT that has properties, and I misspelled properties there. I probably should go fix that. Properties. Across the US, float under 1 million on that one. Still not leading in any volume yet. It could pass up BTCM, but I don't know. It's kind of, we're in no man's land right now. But yeah, these are the four that I'm seeing. If y'all are seeing any other ones, we can deep dive into any other ones that are having some volume, picking up some weight or something, that are going to be day traders. But for now, just kind of sitting with the information that I have, letting it cook in my brain, and really haven't formulated any like, oh, this is the best one out of these yet. All of them kind of look, on edge. On edge for sure. But I don't think Bitcoin BTCM is going to be doing much. It's at 31%. It could easily drop on down and go be a 20% mover or something like that. It doesn't have far to go. Kind of the same thing with these no catalyst YHC and OP. They could be under the line very quickly as well. All right, so let's go ahead and jump back to the 5 minutes on these. OP just not doing anything off of that level. YHC forcing down to this 387. BTCM. Another time at this 514. And then SQFT. Let's jump down to the 1 minute. SQFT had a little bit of a bottom, throwing a little bit of green up there. OP came down here to this bottom, 215, popped back up to the 224s. It has a little bit of a higher low there, but without that catalyst, I don't know if it's going to do anything, especially with the volume consistently drying up and these other ones down here getting more push, like SQFT. Even though it has lower volume, it has a bigger range. All right. Definitely some we're about to come up with 10 minutes away from the top of the hour. Gonna be 7 o'clock here in Central Standard Time. I guess it'll be what, 8 o'clock in Eastern Time. So we got a pop 215 all the way up here to 228. What was the ATRs on these? So yet last week on Friday, OP had an ATR of 29 cents. YHC had an ATR of 34 cents. BTCM had a ATR of 71 cents. And then SQFT had a ATR of 39 cents. Now this morning, OP has went from 29 cents up to 45 cents. YHC has went from 34 cents up to 56 cents. BTCM went from 71 up to 81, and SQFT has went from 39 up to $1.39. So definitely quite a bit of range on SQFT. Yeah, I think BTCM is going to be trash. It looks like it's going to be going down soon. Thing is, on all of these, the volume is low, but it's like spread evenly. Like it's continually to come in on each one of these. SQFT moving on back down, had a low that it broke down of the 1342s. Oh, you sold 2 puts onto Tesla for this week. Nice. Okay, and bought 1 put for protection, expiration in January. Got you. Okay. So you are playing it, with the whole investigation news on the horizon. We'll see what ends up happening though. That Tesla one, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there was some kind of misinformation or something with the way that the cars were acting. But I mean, I don't know. It seems like something that probably should have happened more on a more in the factory, in the testing field, before people were there trying to ride in them successfully. I think they could have did the same test with robots in them instead of people getting in them trying to ride and it being unsafe. Could have just put some crash dummies in there to see if they'll survive. But you know, they were like, nah, man, we got faith. It's not like they don't have the money to pay off a lawsuit, but you know, definitely something that could be bad for stock prices in the near future, short term. Okay, OP going on back down. No real trend on BTCM, just kind of going flat in here. YHC continue to push on down as well, pushing back down into the 30% area. BTCM just hit the 28%. So definitely a little bit of death down there. BTCM 510. Throwing a little pin bar down there, but we don't know if this how this candle is going to end up closing. It closes here in 7 seconds. And looking for it to drop below $5. New candle opening there. Yeah. So we're 4 minutes away from the top of the hour. Let's see if anything new pops up. But even if something new pops up, it's probably going to be behind. It's got these four as competition on the day, and they don't even have catalysts. So they're outperforming it without catalysts. So people are just on it Monday morning. On one. All right, let's go and look. Let me see. I don't want to dig too much into day trading because my scanners are doing that. But what was that site I used to look at? Was it BBC or something like that? It was like it was a big news network, BBC News, World News. That might have been it. Okay, something just spawned in. AIFF of 45% does have news on the day. Let's go look at this one. So up 47%. Press release on today. Let's see. Firefly Inc.'s latest commercial agreement to use for its for use of its FDA cleared platform in groundbreaking precision neuroscience research. Institute of Human Genetics at Heidelberg University Hospital ongoing EEG biomarker study on whatever this is. Collaboration aims to uncover novel insights into the brain's functional architecture in rare genetic conditions. Building and growing a licensed business is an increasingly important pillar of Firefly's commercial strategy. Firefly Neuroscience and Artificial Intelligence. Some more AI news. Remember, we got the AI speaking coming up on Thursday. This company developing innovative solutions that improve brain health outcomes for patients with neurological and mental disorders is pleased to highlight its ongoing collaboration with Professor Dr. Med Christian Scaff, director of the Institute of Human Genetics at Heidelberg University Hospital and chairman of Human Genetics at the Medical Facility of Heidelberg University on a groundbreaking study investigating the neurophysiological impact of whatever this number is, copy number variance, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So study aims to identify electrophysiological biomarkers associated with this thing, characterized neurocognitive profiles linked to deletions versus duplications, and support future diagnostic and therapeutic strategies for neurodevelopmental disorders. Okay. All right. So yeah, that's that. Let's go look at the float. Float on this one is, let me move this a little bit. Let it go. Come on, man. Float on this one is 10.93 million. So a little bit higher float on this one. Let's go look at actually, before we go look at the chart, let's go look at where this thing is actually originating out of for AIFF. Overview. Okay, so Firefly Neurosciences, the company derives revenue from North America, but where is it out of? Where is that out of though? So let's go over here. AIFF. Okay. So AI, why do you keep dinging? Oh, that's BTCM struggling to stay on the scans there. Okay. Let's see, Firefly profile. So we got Firefly is out of Kenmore, New York, founded in 2006. Firefly Neurosciences, medical technology, and AI intelligence company provides neuroscience. We just read all of this. Company offers brain network analytics, a software that focuses on the diagnostics and treatment of people suffering from mental disease, mental illness, and cognitive disorders. All right, so let's make notes. Let's make notes here. So we got a ticker that is AI, has keywords of AI and medical technology, medical tech, that is focused on brain health, and for patients with mental illness and disorders. Patients with mental illness and neurological disorders. Okay. All right, let me, patients with mental illness. Okay. What else? And they are based out of Kenmore, New York. Or New York. Boy, that thing is fighting to stay on the scans, isn't it? All right. So this is what their charts is looking like right now. So they're coming on down. Let's look at the daily chart on this one. See if there's any levels. Okay. So it opened up, went up to 461. 461, and it's all the way back under. So high side, it touched up here to like 470, right under the 470s. Came back down. It's been pretty flat. Had pops before, and now it's all the way back down to $3.36. So it's 36 cents is right around here. So it broke out and came out. Pretty much did a round trip. Okay. Don't know any obvious levels on it. All I know is it's going right on back down to this 328 level. Okay, let's look at the actual R vol on this and the float. Oh, we got another one that popped up. ALBT. ALBT up 150%. ALBT. ALBT. ALBT here. Does look like it has news on today. It's at $7 right now, up 168% on ALBT. So let's look at what the catalyst is for this. Catalyst, it says Avalon. Well, Catalyst, it says Avalon Global Care shares are trading higher after the company announced it received a patent from Hong Kong Intellectual Property Department for its CAR-T and CAR natural killer cells. So this is a little bit of immunology. Let's see. They are dealing with a company that focuses on diagnostic and therapeutic areas like early detection of oral cancer, ovarian cancer, kidney cancer, skin regeneration, anti-fibrosis, and treatments of that degenerative disorders. So let's go ahead and look into this one. As far as the float is looking like 1.75 million. 1.75 million currently at around $7. All right. The volume on this one is only 3 million, so it does have some overhead from the others that are moving on today, but it does have day one catalyst. Let's read exactly what that day one catalyst is, though. We see that it got this Hong Kong. Let's see if it's a Chinese based stock here on ALBT. ALBT. Okay, so it says Avalon Global Care Corp. It is out of Freehold, New Jersey. Together with its subsidiaries, owns and operates commercial real estate property. What? Is this the right one? ALBT. Wait. This says it got a patent for intellectual property. So they bought some property, but they're not actually a medical facility. They are a REIT, real estate. So they just bought the property. Together, subsidiaries owns and operates commercial real estate properties in the United States. It also distributes the Keto Air device, which is a breathalyzer system that detects acetone levels in exhaled breath, and the AI nutritionist software program that helps users monitor and manage. Wait, this thing's throwing all kind of signals. Okay, so it's a real estate company that has a breathalyzer that has the AI nutritionist software program that helps users manage ketogenic diet and related programs. It was founded in 2015. This thing is all over the place. Let me make a note of that. So we'll come over here and we will say this one's out of Freehold, New Jersey. That's crazy. All right, so we got a real estate company, real estate sector. That just bought what was that? It bought this thing trading higher after the company announced it received a patent from the Hong Kong Intellectual Property Department. Okay, so received this. It received a patent here, so I'll copy that and then throw it into my notes. Bam, just like that. And we need to patent from Hong Kong Internet. Okay. And then what? So we got another one that just popped up. Dare. It's up 200%. DARE popped up. Hoy, yo, yo. Every time I look around, but what's the float on this? The float on ALBT was 1.75. 1.75 does have day one catalyst on today, but very kind of weird sector there. Day one cat. All right, let's go over here and look at Dare. 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 Let's see what it's got going here. Dare Biosciences shares are trading higher after company announced interim safety and efficacy results from its ongoing phase 3 clinical trial, evaluating the contraceptive effectiveness, safety, and accessibility of Ovaprene. Ovaprene. All right, so let's go see about Dare. DAR has a float of 8.75 million. 8.75 million there. Okay, let's go look at the overview. This company, and you can always read this. I guess you can pause this. This is what the Bulls are saying about it. This is what the Bears are saying about it. Dare Bioscience Inc. Is a biopharmaceutical company committed to advancing products for women's health. The company identifies, develops, and brings to the market a diverse portfolio of differentiated therapies that prioritize women's health and well-being, expand treatment options, and improve outcomes in areas of contraceptive, fertility, and vaginal and sexual health. The company's first product was XACIATO, is a single dose vaginal gel prescription product for the treatment of bacterial vaginosis in females 12 years of age and older. The company's portfolio includes 2 product candidates in clinical development, namely Ovaprene and sildenafil cream. Okay, so let's go. This is the one that's in the news right now, Ovaprene. So let's go look at what Ovaprene is. Ovaprene. Okay. Ovaprene. Ovaprene is an experimental non-hormone contraception developed by Dare Bioscience that is composed of intravaginal device that releases ferrous gluconate, ascorbic acid, and glycine. Now let's go and look at where this one's out of. So Dare, this was with Dare, right? Yeah, this is with Dare. Okay, Dare Biosciences. Where are you out of? It is out of San Diego, California. Okay, so areas of contraceptive therapies, 4 areas of contraceptive, pelvic pain, fertility, infectious disease, menopause, sexual, vaginal health. Company offers, okay, all of this, we already read that. Founded in 2015, headquartered in San Diego, California. All right, so let's add a note here for that. So we got Ovaprene. Ovaprene is this day 1 cat today. Ovaprene. And it is a contraceptive. Okay. And then we will Ovaprene contraceptive. This is founded in 2015 and is, I said founded in 2015 and is based out of San Diego, California. Has a float of 8.75. Float 8.75. Okay. Cool. So right now, this is what our scanner is looking like. OP at the top of the list. We have some lesser known things that do have day 1 catalysts on today. SONN popped up. SONN back up here as well. SONN, let's go look at what that is doing. It's up 200. We got several 200% move or things that are going towards 200% up here. But SONN, let's go to the news, press releases, stock alert. Let's see, they're looking like an investigation. Sun stock alert, Halper Sada LLC is investigating whether the merger of Summit Biotherapeutics Inc. is fair to shareholders. Okay, so a little bit of investigation news. I don't know if that's good for it, but it's day one news. We'll see how that goes. It's up 200% for some reason. Let me go ahead and add that one to the list. SONN. Under investigation with up 200%. That's kind of crazy. Mike D said, I also sold a call expiring on 25th and bought a call expiring in December. Oh man, you got all kind of plays on Tesla. You like, I wish it would flinch. Let me see. OP. Okay, Sun was where we're looking. So Sun, investigation. Let me mark that so I do not forget that. It is under investigation. So let's go ahead and mark that up. Sun. Go to the overview real quick and see. So down here, Summit Biotherapeutics Holdings is a clinical stage biotechnology company. Okay, I'm trying to see where it's from. Let's go to Sun. Okay, so it is out of Princeton, New Jersey. Company headquartered oncology. Okay, so there, yeah. So it does have day one news, but it's not good day one news. They're under investigation. Company under investigation. Under investigation. And I mean, that's really all I need to see, really. I'm not going to put too much more into that because I do not want to touch that. All right, back over to charts. OP continued to just trade around this 219 level. AIFF, wow, that thing made a full round trip. It's got the whole brain health thing going for it. It did get quite a bit of oh, it's only up 6%. I was like, why isn't it not on my scanners? Because it's up 6%, 7%. So with all of this overhead that these 100% moves and stuff like that, AIFF has fallen. Another something just popped up. Let's see what it is. SNTI popped up there, but it does not have day one news. It is up 31% on SNTI. Not too interested in that one. We got 4 day one movers, and then we got a whole bunch of other things with just sucking up volume here on Monday morning. Okay, ALBT, this was the real estate company that bought the intellectual property for whatever that was, received the patent from Hong Kong. I need to move this so I can actually read it. Edit, no, activate. Okay, Hong Kong, intellectual property, all right, all that good stuff. Okay, and then Sun, we know that has investigation on it. SQFT, BTCM. So we got a lot of movers in pre-market. And the attention is spread far and wide for sure. But OP is still leading in volume for some reason. It's come down here to this 219 level again. But the other ones are catching up quickly for sure. They're still moving up. Thought I had added this one up 200 something percent. So yeah, there's just a lot going on this morning. Once they kind of reach that, with all of this competition on the board, once they reach like 10 million, then they kind of start to, either they start to fade or more people start to gravitate to them. That's what's happening with Dare. Dare is almost to 10 million, 224 share, or 220 whatever percent up. on there. Had a top up here of 936, but can't really see a trend on that one yet. We'll see which one out of these. I have what, 7 stocks here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stocks that are on the move, and we'll have to see pretty much on the open what drops and what lives. OP, not too interested in OP anymore. It's pretty much dead. Too cheap, too much competition coming up under it. YAC, same story. Volume drying up on it, more volume coming up under these. They're up 260%. Definitely trying to hold up the $9, but finding some type of resistance there. I lied. Right up to 10. All right. That was a move. Wow. Okay, so twice up there towards 10, but not able to break just yet. It is over 10 million shares traded now. Everything except for ALBT is over 10 million shares traded. So now it's kind of like, who wants to take the lead? Volume of shares traded on my chart somewhere. You mean like what do you mean? All I use for the volume is the volume profile. I just want to see where the most traded area is on the day. So like this volume profile, this point of control is at 813. That's where the majority of trades have happened. As far as like volume, like this volume right here, let me go to studies. Let's go to volume. Volume, this volume right here, I just don't really have up. Where is it? Volume profile, volume oscillator, volume average. I guess I'll have to turn on the subgraph, right? Let's see, subgraph volume. Where would that be? Subgraph. Maybe it's not the subgraph. Oh yeah, style settings, time axis, equities. I think it's in show volume subgraph there. Okay, you're talking about this right here. Yeah, I usually don't have this up. Usually do not have this up at all. I rather see where the main trading has gone and if it can return there. That's kind of how I play it. Like, okay, well, all of this trading happened up here. Can it return to this level? Or how does it react to this level? Do people want it above? Does it just absolutely dump through this level? How does it trade around this level? Yeah, I usually just don't have it up there. You can see, let's swing through the different charts here. OP just dying out, but I can see that visual that it's dying out. Like, okay, yeah, that's dying. YC, YHC, BT, CM, SQFT had big volume and just has got it out of there. I really just focus on where the most, wherever the most is traded. That's where I focus. And that's what that volume profile is for. A lot of times you don't really know or understand this information until, 5 or 6 candles after. It's like, okay, well, that looks like it could be bigger. Oh, that looks like it could be smaller. But if you could just give me where the main is, was everybody interested in? That's all I need to know. But yeah, that's the wrong thing. I'm trying to go to Sun, just creeping on sideways under the investigation. ALBT walking on down as well. Yeah, I kind of figured that people weren't going to be too interested in this. A so-called real estate company buying some type of medical Hong Kong intellectual property. It's just, that's kind of fishy. Very fishy. Dare coming on down, coming on down. And see, like right here, I can just visualize, I can just look up here and see that, hey, this thing's having more volume because it's a bigger candle to the downside. You know what I'm saying? And if it pops back up here, it's like, okay, well, it received a lot of volume, but the buyers won and it popped all the way back up here. But this one, right on that point of control level, looking like and we want to see how it reacts to it. It slashed down through it the first time, kind of getting a hold. And so is this point of control, this price of 832 going to break down? It's my question. But what was I trying to do? I was trying to get rid of this. Settings, equities, get that up out there. All right. But yeah, got OP going on back down. YC. And Dare just continue to pump volume. We'll see what a breakdown looks like on it, because right now it's kind of high. And sometimes these things, they look like they're high and they go higher, but kind of just trying to be patient. It has day one news. Got 12 million shares traded on it. We have about an hour, 30 minutes left to the open. And Dare moving on up. It is number 4 on the scans now. Started down at the bottom. Now it's here. So making its way up, catching up with these top 2 that are drying up. This OP and YHC and BCM and all of that is catching up. It's walking them down one at a time. So it just crossed over BTCM. So it's number 3 on the scan right now. And if it does start to break down, it's got a breakdown point here of 770, got a breakdown point here of 713. Let's go up to the 15 minutes, see if there's any obvious levels. So it had what here at $9, right around here. We can mark this up as a 15-minute level. Edit. Got a 15-minute resistance. 15-minute resistance. Up there at the 9s, we'll see how that holds. But this is the overprint contraceptive. This thing is, also looking at the RVOLs. So the RVOLs here can tell you where the interest is going as well. So yes, ALBT has a high RVOL, right, of 104. But why is it being outperformed by all of these other ones with this high RVOL? Sun only has 5.32 RVOL. SQFT has a lot, but now it has all this competition that has passed it since pre-market started. BTCM only 6.60 RVOL. Dare 111.98 RVOL. OP drying up in volume, not even 10 times its normal. So Dare is where that interest is. Dare and SQFT and ALBT are the 3 with the highest RVOL. They're the highest attention. Even though they're volumes may be lower than something up here, it's still a lot of attention there. Let's go jump back to there. Looks like it popped up a little bit. Okay, so it's got these top and tails up here. And that 907 was that 15-minute resistance level that we saw. We'll see if it continues to break down. Has a point here at $8. Has a point of control at 833. So what will another test at this 833 do? We're seeing a couple top and tails here. So will this make a lower high, or will it be able to break over 879? It's catching up. It's about to be number 2 on the day. Here in a second. YAC just isn't moving enough. Okay, so right back at this point of control, throwing a nice little wick through there. Let's look at the 15 and the 5. Let's look at the daily chart. I didn't even look at this daily chart. Lordy, lordy. So on there, we got overpreme. Look at this daily chart here. So this is our 15-minute resistance that we just saw. We have levels down here around 725. 725 that it could dip down to. Been tested a couple of times around 7. So that could be something to look out for. I'm going to go ahead and put that on as a daily level. Daily possible level. Around the $7. Oh, wow. I didn't type anything. Daily possible level. Okay. Let's see, anything else? So $7. Let's see. Below that, I'm thinking it doesn't look too. That $7 is pretty much it. Let's jump back over to here. We'll see how it reacts to that 7, if it wants to just slash down, or how it reacts during the open. Maybe it comes down through this and does a bounce up. I don't know. Almost to number 2 on the day, though. Volume still coming in there. Getting back up to $9 and continues to find some type of resistance right at this $9. So we'll see. Bottom of this point of control, 824. Good afternoon. He said good afternoon. It's afternoon where you're at? Oh boy. He about to trade and go to sleep. All right, so $9. We're watching this top mover, Dare, come up. It has a contraceptive drug that is getting a lot of attention here in pre-market. We found a possible level here at 7s, but I don't know what a $7 hit is going to look like for it. Kind of got to wait till it's 1:30 p.m. there. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you are way ahead of us. Way ahead of us. But yeah, Dare is the one that we're watching. Let me go to the so this is the 5-minute, 15-minute. Found their resistance there. Room to this level down here that we saw at 7. I don't know what's going to happen there. Could be a short scalp potential there at 7. I see. Definitely be watching out for it. Let me go back to the daily chart and see if I can see any other obvious levels. Any other super obvious levels here. So we got $7 there. It looks like it's dumped from that 7 before. But above that, it's like, it's really hard to tell. Even down here, this 9 to 7 back here. way back here on in 2018. 9 to 7 got a little closed in there. Let's see. Yeah. All right. I'll definitely be looking out for that $7 level on the open for a dip. Oh boy. Only needs 2 million shares to catch up with YHC. This is our scanner for right now. What I was seeing, we went through these, took notes and all that good stuff. OP, YHC, DARE, SQFT, BTCM, Sun, and ABLT. Their floats are right. Wait, let me move this over. Their floats are right here. So OP 1.46 million, YHC getting on off the scanner. Looks like it's going on. Oh, it's struggling to hold 20%, so it's really weak. DARE with 8.75 million, SQFT under a million, BTCM 13.05 million, and then Sun, which is under investigation. SONN is under investigation, and then ALBT, which is 1.75. But DARE definitely making its way on up there. Out of San Diego, California. London, London, man. Staying busy out in the London streets. All right, so we're getting a little bit more of a movement down. It did kind of confirm this 907 as some type of level there. Okay, so it did make a lower low here, and now the mission is to identify an uptrend. Got $7 now. If it gets down to $7 real quick, that's gonna be kind of suspicious. We want to watch it. And then if it holds in this level a long time before the open, that's going to be even more suspicious for it to actually break down heavy through the 7. Because it came down to right at the 7 the first time, 7/10s. And this is going to be the secondary trial run here. Point of control is up here at the 832s, where the majority of trading has happened. Will that start to become some type of resistance there? Will this 832 start to become some type of resistance? Been trading around it, finding some big dumps back towards it, big grinds back down to it. So let's see what it's got going towards 780s. Quite a bit of a move down. The point of control just got drilled down to 822. So move downward 10 cents. So somebody was interested in this level around here from 832 to maybe $8. They're already 30 cents in the profit. Needs to break down this level to 780s, 775s. Still up 210% on the day. It's heading quite quickly down to that 750s. It's going to break 750 down. Now this one there also has the SEC filing. Let me go look at that SEC filing and see what they got going on over there too. All right, Securities Exchange Commission current report. Another one just popped up. MGRM. MGRM up 103%. MGRM. Oh my goodness, let my mouse go, bro. Let me go. All right, there we go. I just want to close. Let me refresh this. Looks like it's MGRM. About to head over there and look at that. MGRM up 103%. Okay. And we should be good. Okay, there we go. All right, volume on this, a little bit higher float too. 28 million shares in the float. Everything else up here was pretty low float. Monogram Technologies press release, shareholder investigation again. Oh man, yeah, never mind about that. That's an investigation. Let me mark that. Let me add a note on that. Investigation on MGRM. So put that out there. Investigation report. The same people that were investigating that other company, Halper Saudade LLC or whatever. They're investigating these guys. But this one, let's see. It says, did they obtain a fair price for its public shareholders? Okay, so this investigation is a little bit lighter than the other one. The other investigation was a little bit different. It's for Sun, but investigation to see if they got fair shares for their shareholders. Fair shares for shareholders. This one is out of, let's see, MGRM. Where are you from? MGRM. Monogram. This one's out of Austin, Texas. Monogram Technologies engages in developing surgical robot to enable placement of patient-optimized orthopedic implants in the U.S. It intends to produce a market robotic surgical equipment. No. It intends to produce and market robotic surgical equipment and related software, orthopedic implants, tissue ablation tools, navigation consumables, and other miscellaneous instrumentation for use in reconstructive joint replacement procedures. The company was formerly known as Monogram Orthopedics Inc. And changed its name to Monogram Technologies Inc. in May 2024. Monogram Technologies Inc. was founded in 2015 and is headquartered in Austin, Texas. Okay, so they are under investigation for fair shares. What they focus on is orthopedic robotics. Orthopedic robotics. And they were incorporated or founded in 2015. Okay. Let's go look at their float real quick. So Monogram float was 28 million. All right, so float is a little bit higher than the other ones. Okay, got that out there. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 still on. Something fell. Okay, so what fell off? Something fell off there. SQFT is still there. BTCM, Sun, ALBT. ALBT is gone. Okay, taking ALBT off. And let's flip through. So we got OP. Hit this little bottom down here, 219. Bounce back up to 232s, up 71%. YHC still walking its way down. Dare, again, holding above this 7, but I want to see a big dump to really know that shorts have taken a win and they want to cover. BTCM Sun was under investigation, and that was a pretty. They're trying to see. Let's see, Sun trading higher company announced newly formed entity. Oh, it's also got a business combination too coming in. Okay. All of these are on the same news though. They're showing the same Sun, MRG. All of these have this investigation up here. Investigates MGRM, Watt or WAT, and Sun on behalf of shareholders. So those are kind of looking fishy today. Probably gonna end up popping those off of the map. So MGRM, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that one so I don't even mistakenly look over and be like, oh, that looks good. Sun, I'm gonna take it off the map as well. So we got a so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stocks right now. 5 stocks. OP, YHC, Dare coming down again. What was that? Nothing new. Dare coming down again towards this 7. It's 745 right now. BTCM is pretty dead. 29% up. Okay. Mike D says nuclear energy stocks could be winners for the rest of the year. You think? You think they're gonna just be threatening, or man, I really don't think anybody wants to see a nuke go off. Cause just so many ramifications for that. Oh my goodness. One, it's gonna be years before you can actually do any cleanup. 2, it's gonna change the landscape of wherever it hits forever. Being irradiated, people growing 5 and 6 legs and things like that. 3, it's just you don't know how far spread it's going to be. You don't know how it's one gust of wind and that radiation can just move across a body of water. It can affect that body of water that it moves across. It's just so much that you have to think about before you launch a nuke. But I mean, I don't know. I am on the side that says, yo, this nuke is going to do a lot more than we know what it will do. So we know our obligations or the consequences to the actions, but can you control it? Do you really, can you really contain the ramifications of that and not affect yourself? It's hard to do. It's hard to do. That's the only thing about nukes that I'm like, bro, if they start shooting off nukes, just shoot off regular missiles, bro. Like, come on, just keep it simple. Regular missiles. Nobody will judge you any differently. We're not gonna be like, oh, you didn't use nukes, you're weak, you're a punk. Nah, man. All right, so Dare walking on down towards this 7 has that point of control up there to 820s. I really want to see a big dump before any other movements. You're concerned that the VIX is up 5%. Oh, let's go look at that. VIX is up 5%. Oh wow. Why did that happen? Is SOXS up as well? It is. SOXS is should be getting some movement. If the VIX is moving up, the inverses. That should definitely begin smooth. Oil. Let's look at oil real quick. So let's jump over to the 15-minute oil. The top side is at 69. Looks like it double top there, 69.65 on the 15-minute. So this was the level that it came to. Whoops. This is the level that it had. Come on, chill out. So this was the level that we had marked up earlier down here, 68. That we were like, yeah, oil's probably gonna end up going up with that bill that Trump passed. Probably gonna end up going up, and it did end up rising a little bit off of that 67 level, up $2 off of that. But we know he's really into oil, so Dare is now number 2 on the day in volume, with 16.71 million shares traded, right behind OP. Okay, right behind OP. Okay, so we got Dare holding right above that $7 level. I really want to see it crash out there 7, to be honest. Show us some movement under there, and maybe get some recovery during the day. Because right now it's just kind of grinding in here, and a lot of shorts. I don't know how many shorts are actually holding on this. I guess we could go check the short interest, couldn't we? Let's go do that. Let's jump over here to. We can check the short interest on all of these actually. So short interest. Okay. So there looks like percent of short floated. When was the highest percent short floated? Back in 2022, and it's just decreased from then. 20. Wait, did I read this wrong? Yeah, 2022 back then. 2023 was another little. 2024 another little 5% short. Let's go jump over to some of these other ones. This is under investigation. BTCM, not worried about that one. SQFT, not really worried about that one. Let's see. Yeah, the float short. It's kind of been on and off there. I don't know. We'll just stick to what we see and what we know from what we've read up on. All right. Dare back over here to the 1 minute. Coming up here. And man, this is one of the things that always gets me. Like I like a level, get in, and it just continues to walk down because I don't wait for any kind of true uptrend to start. I just get in and it just usually it'll make a move up and I'm in it, and then it'll turn. So I really want to wait to see a good move down first. Let the shorts win. Let them do their thing. Has this ATR, or not ATR, this point of control up here at 825 that could become a little bit of resistance there for the move back down. It's where the majorities of shares have been traded, and that's where people will probably get active, especially shorts. It's already downtrending, and you know, it wouldn't be a surprise to me for it to go up here to 825 and they jump back on for a ride on down through 7. Would not surprise me at all. And it's looking like it's one to take number 1 spot on the day, getting up there to that 825. And this is where I would be like, oh yeah, I'm in. It's doing great. You know, a 50-cent whatever move, and then that turnaround kills me. It gets up here to the most traded level, and then let's see. Let's see if it does an engulfing candle back here to this bottom of 750s. 50-cent drop. Right back up there, finding some resistance there at that point of control again. Doesn't mean it can't get through it, but it is showing a little bit of respect there. quite a bit of respect there at that level. And opening up a little bit lower. To break down, you would need to get under 792s right now. $7.92s. Showing a lot of respect at that level. 792 is the breakdown point. There's 792, and this is where I'm like, oh man, come on. Especially if I haven't taken anything up here towards this level, it's like, oh, come on, should have took there. Should have took at that point of control. But you know, I'm looking for that bigger move down though to capture a real move back up if it can do it. Mike D said, check out LEU. LEU. Let me make sure I'm not missing any other chats. Okay, LEU. Let's flip over there real quick. LEU. We got LEU. What is LEU? Let me go look at this. LEU. Citrus, or no, it's not Citrus. Centrus Energy Corp says Centrus Energy Corp supplies nuclear fuel components for the nuclear power industry in the United States, Belgium, Japan, the Netherlands, and internationally. The company operates in two segments: low enriched uranium and technical solutions. The LEU segment sells separate work units, components of LEU, natural uranium hexafluoride, uranium concentrates, and uranium conversion, and enriched uranium products to utilities that operate nuclear power plants. The technical solutions segment offers technical, manufacturing, engineering, and operations services to public and private sector customers. The company was formerly known as USEC. I remember this. And changed its name to Citrus Energy Corp in 2014. I remember. I remember that. Was incorporated in 1998 and is headquartered in Bethesda, Maryland. Bethesda, Maryland. When did their price get this high though? What? Maybe I was looking at another one that was connected to it or something. Let's go zoom back a little bit on the daily chart. Daily chart over here looks like daily chart over here looks like came here. This is 2021. Maybe it has a little bit, yeah, it has a little bit more down here. Okay, so the low point was $1 in 2016. And after it revitalized here, 2023, 2024, all the way up to $200. So I can understand why you're kind of interested in nuclear power now. Okay, so yeah, that makes sense. Those nukes. I would much rather see nuclear power than nukes themselves, you know? I'm like, okay, you're providing power to communities. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. All right, BTCM. I think this one is dead for me. I'm not too into that one anymore. SQFT, same kind of sentiment. Just there anymore. No news on today anyway. YHC up 33%. Just yeah. Dare finally getting under that. Let's see. So came back up to this point of control, respected it, cracked it a little bit, but could not get through it. So it's got this bottom down here, $7. So I'm gonna be waiting. I'm gonna be looking at Dare for sure. Still up 212%, 18 million shares traded, number 2 on the scanner. So definitely gonna keep an eye on it. But don't want to get in too early and get burned by some downturning. It is 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. And we still haven't got a clear test of the $7 level down here. So, yeah. Little tap up there to the point of control. Point of control just bounced down to the 791. Let's see if it gets below this. 791. A lot of people just jumped in there to move that point of control like that. Let's see if we can get back under it. $7.94. Getting a little jumpy there. So now the bottom of this candle is $7.97. See those sellers jump back on for this continued trend down. Going to be closing up this candle in about 15 seconds. And there's the push back under that point of control. And we'll see if that new point of control, the old point of control is at 830s, bounced down from 830s, and now it's at 794. Will that become some type of resistance for it? Wow. Okay, looks like it wants to get on down to $7. Still not a super duper dump that I'm looking for. Go ahead and move my notes so I can continue to see it up here. And now treating that 794 with a little bit of respect. See if it stays under it. Scanner full of things, and only one thing is really separated itself from everything else that had catalysts on the day. So this there, everything else that had catalysts was investigations. The R vol on this one is 167 times the normal volume. So it is definitely the one I'm gonna keep my eye on. Back over here to Dare. Once again, retesting this point of control, but no big movements down there. Yeah, that's what I'm like, I think it can drop a little bit at least. But at least we know where the attention is on the day. Right back to that point of control, it's continuing to hold it down. So let's see if it comes back under 775s. Okay, will this be the first candle closing above the point of control? Just a little teeter-tat out of there. Starting to close above that point of control on the 1 minute. Let's look at where the point of controls are on the other time frames. So 15-minute point of control down here at 761. 761. Then we got on the 5-minute point of control 768. 1 minute point of control 793. So 793 down to 761 is kind of like that range right now. So let me draw that 790s down to 761, 760s. We'll see how it reacts over this level. Got above those point of controls. Nice little explosion away from this level for sure. Let's see if it will make a full circle back to this level down here. Now we know that if there's shorts on this, they're definitely on this. It's stopped below 907's at previous resistance level. And we got about a couple minutes to the open. So returning back to this level is not going to be looking good. It's going to have to get some of those shorts to cover. 907. Okay, that's kind of scary. Right up there to the 907. A lot of flipping and flapping here. Tested this top side. Will it close this candle below 907s? Below $9 basically. Looking like it wants to. Okay, so closing it below $9, and we're looking for a return to this point of control level down here. Can it break down the low of this candle? Low is 875 down there. Very quick break of 875, but still no juice. It's about to be the #1 stock coming out of the open. So this many people going to be looking at it. It has 21 million shares traded. The only thing that has more volume is OP, which is has 23.58 million, and this one has 21. So definitely eyes on it. The R vol on OP is only 10 though. The R vol on this one is 182 times its norm. So looking for this breakdown. 875s. Very sporadic movement there. Okay. Will it close again under 9? 15 seconds left. Five seconds. Okay. So right at that $9 level, trying to hold it. Whoa, oh my gosh. Okay. So that was some burn. All right. Up there to 10 may end up, yeah, definitely breaking out. Okay. 9 held it for as long as it could and it exploded. Hmm. Into the thick of it. Looks like 10 is becoming resistance again, just like it was the first time. So this is 3 times that it's been up here. Going a pretty large wick down. Let's see if we can actually get a close under 9. This would be the first actual fully closed candle above 9 if it can do it. I believe. Let me look back, make sure that is correct. Yes, that would be, this would be the first one. On the 1 minute. So, yep, close that one above 920. So now the breakdown point, it's got to hold this little level down here, 920 down to $9. $8.12. Okay. It looks like it does it want to get back on it? That's a lower low there. Does it want to get back under 9 is the question. 10 seconds left to close this candle. Okay. 9:14. They keep trying to keep this thing alive, huh? Okay. Up 273%. And it is not even 100. It's about to take the lead. It's about to be number one on the day. Yep, 30,000 shares traded, or 30,000 more shares, and it'll be number one. 20,000 shares now. It is number one on the day. So this is the one that I'll keep my eye on for sure here. $15 is about to close. It's been here before, and now it's got to go all the way. I don't know. We'll have to see about this contraceptive. Kind of crazy mover during pre-market. $9.07. No really big fall downs yet, but coming back towards that 9 kind of aggressively. Okay, still got this level down here that it could return to. Point of control at 792 right now. $875 getting tested. 870, all right. Closing up another candle under $9. At this point, it kind of just looks like consolidation back and forth. Tried to break, tried to break, tried to break, continues to fail. And the next breakdown point is really down here, 740s or lower. 740s down to 7. All right. Well, if I'm gonna play one, it'll probably be this one. But I gotta see it. I gotta see what a dip looks like on it and all of that good stuff. Let the first couple of minutes play out at the open. Oh, snap. Okay. What was I gonna do today? I had something to do in a meeting. Oh boy. Can't even remember. Anyway, that's what I'm about to get ready to prepare for. I'm gonna keep my eyes open on this. I think it's going to probably come down a little bit at least. And I want to see, where that catch point is, but it's number one right now. Other than it, I really don't see any that have stayed alive that were up earlier in pre-market. This one does have day one catalyst though, so could get some nice pops on some true bottoms, but right now we don't know where true bottoms are. It's just kind of on its own tick right now. It's a lower high right there. Yeah. Anyway, I Mace. I really want to get off and just start preparing for the day. I mean, it's Monday morning and this is the best we got here. Phase 3 clinical trial evaluating this contraceptive effectiveness. Phase 3 clinical trial. Yeah, I think I'm gonna give it some time. Got plenty of time to just play around and choose a side, whether it's gonna break 907 or slash that $7. Yeah. All right. Well, I got my notes. I will see what happens. Definitely keep my eyes open on Dare, but all the other ones I just don't really. If the other ones start to outperform Dare, then I know it's over. Like if Dare goes red and like some of these other ones come back up green on the day, I know it's over. So just gonna bide my time and see where things play out for this morning. But yeah, I'm about to get on down, get ready for this morning meeting in 10 minutes. So appreciate you guys for tuning in for sure. We have verified a nice little consolidation in here and don't know if it actually wants to break out. All right, so yeah, I'm getting some pop-ups, getting notifications, so I need to get on down. And as always, let's see. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.